Come here. Come here. Oh, kitty cat. Hi. Want to join my live tonight? Hmm? If you purr a little louder, they can hear you. Mess with this, okay? Damn it. Alright, y'all. Welcome to the channel. Holding my cat while I'm trying to set stuff up. Okay. Alright, plugging in the mic now. Hold on. Come on, cat. Okay. Wait a sec. Here we go. Purring. Alright, let me see what I gotta do. Turn this, close this down. I don't know what that is. Don't touch that. Don't touch my phone. What's up? What's up, y'all? Y'all ready? Stop. Stop trying to touch my phone. You want to get down to your sister? You want to go play with your sister? Oh, it's my baby, y'all. You see him? Ain't he cute? He's so handsome. All right, get down. All right. What am I gonna start with? Let's do Kipper. All right, Miss Tuesday. You saw your friend nephew and too. Oh, that's my bookie boo. Let me fix my mic. It might sound a little noisy as I'm fixing it, but bear with me. I cannot hear what y'all hear. So, all right, Spirit, give me a message for starting off with Tuesday. Give me a message for Tuesday. What she need to know? Go with the hands of time. Move that out the way. So give me a message for Tuesday. All right, what's going on? Oh boy. Well, damn, that's 2 cards I'm gonna take. Bottom of the deck. Okay, well, we got abandonment issues, priest. We got obsession. I feel like it's the third party has an obsession. Maybe an obsession with not ending it. But we have a third party situation, and we also have animosity. So somebody's being spiteful right now because they feel abandoned and they don't want to be abandoned. They feel like somebody should stay connected to them, stay loyal, stay put, pretty much. Let's see, bottom of the deck. Yeah, but this person is trying, I would say, to focus on their north node. Okay. This is somebody who wants to live more in what they're supposed to be doing and not what they've been doing. Because, the south node is that energy of I know this. I've done this before. And that north node is what you need to achieve during this lifetime. One of those things those skills you need to hone or learn or whatever, focus on, right? So I just feel like there's some sort of animosity associated with the feminine energy that's obsessed. Again, this is the challenge and the lesson. This is a third party situation. So this somebody is feeling slighted. And even if they're not, meaning they're the wrong ones in the wrong, that's still how they feel. All right. This person, I'm getting picking up with the color and the sacral chakra, and as far as the solar plexus with the yellow and the orange animosity, it's got me feeling like this person is very fiery, very argumentative, calculating, maybe cunning, maybe very um a very conflictual type of person that will all like chaos and conflict. They will start some stuff. Even if it's a petty argument, they don't care. They want to get on your nerves and under your skin. So so I don't know who you are holding, but yeah, I don't know who you are. But my moderators is quick with the pow pow, so be clear on what you're saying. Be clear on what you're saying on this channel, because my moderators do not play about me, and they do not play about this channel and the messages that we are giving. All right, spirit, must have been. All right, so tell me a little bit for Tuesday before I go to the Akashic record. Yeah, we got an emperor in reverse. So we got domination, rigidity, excessively controlling, tyranny, lack of discipline, stubborn rigor, and aloofness. So, the first thing that spirit gives me a lot of times when it comes to emperor in reverse, not all times, but a lot of times, is this person is stunted in their growth, very immature, right? They're the opposite of what they should be at the age that they are. So if they're a grown person, they're very immature. They may be so I'll give you an example. Like, so I have a sibling who lost 10 years of life behind bars. And when they came out, they were very um stunted and off in a couple ways. One, they lost their mother at an early age, and then two, jail. Right. That them 10 years, they came out thinking that they could live life the same way they were when they went, when they went in. And life is too drastically different for that behavior, I would say, or that mentality. So this person does not have they got a lot of catching up to do. That's what they gotta do. They got a lot of catching up. Um and they're very disappointed in life. Okay, this person is very they're I don't know if they depressed or they just are looking for a reason to be disappointed. Like maybe they don't have a lot of hope in a lot of circumstances. Okay, but I feel like they can spirit said they can bring a mood down. Maybe they don't intend to bring the mood down, but there's something they focus on that brings them sadness, and it comes out in their energy, and it has a lot to do with their immaturity. Very disappointing, and it's this third party situation that's really a hindrance in their life, and that other person being mm, I feel angry and bitter is probably better to describe them at. They're just miserable, like somebody who's not happy with themselves. Tell me more. Oh, did I pin the comment or did y'all pin the comment? Because I certainly didn't. Let me pin it now. Pin. Nope. All right. It is pinned now. So yeah, they're not happy. You know, life is not what they thought it was going to be. That's what I'm getting. Life is not turning out successfully in the way they had hoped. And that's why they're in disappointment energy. And then we got study. New endeavors is upon you. And it may require new knowledge. Yep. And new skills. I'm sorry, and skills. The intention, put the intention in the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. There's a lot this person needs to learn. A whole lot. Okay. And there is a third party situation that would kind of prefer them to stay stuck. Because when a person is stuck on you, they're easier to control, especially a manipulator. If that's their goal, to control a person, the more stuck that person is, the easier they are to manipulate and the easier they are to control. And I feel like this person has to learn a lot to even catch up with the manipulator, with the person in the third party situation. Hi, Angela. All right, tell me more. Healing. Oh, yeah. This is it. This is the last card. But your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. This person, needs to embrace the healing that they're going through. And maybe in some aspects they are. But there's multiple levels of things that are happening to this person at once. So like they said, many transformations. So there's the free now. What do I do? There's I need to grow up. I need to get a trade. I need to get a job. I need to do this. Like all of the things that life would slowly prepare you for as you get older, right? Or sometimes not so slow, but it will prepare you over time. If you have I won't call it normal, but if you have a typical American life, you go to high school, and when you finish high school, you either take one track or the other. You go to college. No, I'm sorry, not more than one. You either go to college, you go to a trade school if you didn't in your high school years, excuse me, or you get a job, right? Most times a person 18-year-old and older is not well kept in the States unless you got that kind of parent. And this person didn't have a normal childhood, I feel. And so therefore that's reflective of not having a normal adulthood. And then they miss those milestones. That's the word I was looking for. Like my major milestones and minor ones. One of the major milestones you have when you're in high school is your graduation or your prom, right? After that, it would be a graduation from a college or like I said, a program that you might be in. Another milestone would be engagement or babies and baby showers. There's so many different types of milestones that can be celebrated. And I feel like this person's life was not celebrated. I feel like it's very stunted. I feel like they um want to experience a lot but haven't. And, some things you can't go back and do. Like you can't go back and do a high school graduation because you can't go to high school. You can go get your GED, but if you're a certain age, you can't go back and get that experience. You can't go back to prom. You can go to an adult prom. They be having parties like that. People who miss their prom, they want to do it. I don't know, but that's rare. All I'm saying is this person can't redo all the milestones they should have, could have, or would have had. So they may be disappointed that life is not showing up the way they think it should show up. So that excuse me, that third party kind of likes that about them in a sense. I don't know. Because they got animosity because this person don't want them or is rejecting them or something. Animosity comes from something, even if it's not deserved. is coming from somewhere. And I feel like it's mainly because this person wants to live their North Node. They want to improve themselves. They are aware of their deficiencies, and this person wants to improve, but they got something holding them back and holding on to them. And it's that third party situation. Yeah, so there's abandonment here, but I don't know if the abandonment is the third party. I feel like it's not. I feel like them trying to get out of a third party situation is causing somebody to resent them. It's almost like what I'm hearing is like that person would rather be the one to abandon the situation than allow them to abandon them. And some people are kind of effed up that way. But when you get to a point where you don't care no more, you just kind of like, I don't care if you leave. You know, you know what I mean? Like, and they might be feeling like, I don't care if they leave, but that person is like, oh, you don't care if I leave? Then I'm gonna stay. You get what I'm saying? It's like spitefulness is what I'm getting. So they could be spiteful in a lot of ways. I don't know. Take how it resonates though. All right. All right. That was the first reading. Am I do anybody else right now? Let me see. I don't see anything new in the cash app. Again, if this is your first time coming to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. Let me know how it resonates with you. Oh, Monica, I see you now. All right, so yeah. All right, Monica. What? Oh, I'm like, I can't open that up. No. You emailed me. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I got you, Black Cherry. All right, let me see. Open up my email so I get the questions. Okay. All right, Monica. Great question. Go back to my. Oh. All right, y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. We get new subscribers. Make sure them likes start matching them subscriptions, y'all. I don't know how to say your name, nor Takini, but you need to please check the pinned comments. All right, Monica. Give me a message from Monica. What she need to know? Oh, hold on. I'm choosing a different deck, so don't mind me. Okay. No, I can't take all of that. So this ain't the deck. Hold on. Cause Spirit still got me searching. All right. Let me shuffle this deck real quick. Yeah, that's like, wow. All right, again, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe so you can get notified every time we come on. Make sure you ring that bell. Hit that bell. All right. All right, Spirit, give me a message. Monica about what she asked me. Well, you keep getting jumpers. Okay. So clearly, this is about the question you asked. And that's in the past energy. Tell me more. Hi, Angela. Thank you for subscribing and hitting that like button. Appreciate you. Because there's lack of happiness in that situation. There's unhealthy relationships, broken family, domestic conflict, separation, and all that disputes. And it feels hopeless. I get it. Tell me more, spirit. I get it. But the sun will come out tomorrow. So, in the hidden energy, you have success, you have optimism, but most of all, you have clarity, right? So, whatever you decide to do, what Spirit saying in on the low, meaning the conclusion that you reach, it's going to be successful. Tell me more, Spirit. What is the likely outcome? There's a death. The challenge is endings, of course, but that is what it's about. Tell me more. And then complacency, stubbornness, and lazy pessimism, perfection broken. Spirit said, "Don't be impatient." Hold on, bottom of the deck. Yeah, teamwork. Spirit said, "Don't be impatient." Um, is that your sister calling you? You better go down there and see what she want, boy. So, I'm hearing, don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. Yeah, or pessimistic, really. Um, just don't be hasty. There is an ending coming. The challenge and the lesson is to deal with the ending and how to deal with the ending, which is the question, right? But it's teamwork. So you gotta work together with somebody. This is not a this requires cooperation. This does not require a cleaning a slate, so to speak, and a whatever type of attitude. This requires cooperation. I hope that's making sense because it resonates to me that although this is a 10 of cups in reverse and there are disputes and disagreements and it's not the most ideal situation, ultimately though, what makes sense is practicality. What makes sense is planning, strategy. What makes sense is having patience with yourself in the situation. When you got into the situation, it was one thing. What it is right now may be another. But ultimately it was a decision you make, and we can't always cut our noses off to despite our face, even if it seems bad. In the grand scheme of things, when you really 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 think down to it, you have the trappings of what you actually need, even though it's not ideally the way you want it to be. So it is frustrating. I get it. And and we talk about on the channel is, you know, um, not being in situations that don't serve us, right? But every situation that doesn't serve us is not to, how can I put this? It's not always as bad as we feel it is. Um, how can and I don't want to negate feelings, so I'm trying to put this delicately and make it make sense. But so that means it's going to require a story. Okay. So, mm, hmm, no, that's not resonating. Okay. So when I came back to my state from my DV situation, I did my I made everyone aware of what they needed to know about that DV situation, meaning previous landlord, job. I was able to transfer my job. I was able to get out of my lease, without being holding to that. I canceled public services, all of that, right? I was able to move on. But when I got home, I moved into a even almost as it was a less ideal situation because now my independence was stripped. I had to share a home with people, and I now got to see an underbelly of some things I didn't know was existing, and it was very conflictual, and I was very miserable with that situation. So what I had to do, at one point a place was offered to me and I declined because I didn't want to do it by myself. I don't know. I wasn't ready for it. It wasn't the time. And there was somebody attached to me at that time that would have loved for me to do it, but they weren't really going to help me, support me on my own. So I kind of opted and to say, nah, not at this time or whatever. And then a few months go by and I come across my better half. And we've already known each other, right? So we start talking and I was like, I was offered a place and I turned it down, but here's how it works out for you and here's how it could work out for me. And we talked about it. It made sense and we took the plunge. We took a chance. But in the meantime, I had to save money because it required, of course, you got your own place, it take money. I had to move strategically. I had to make sure that I had the right employment to manage that situation. I had to make sure, I was moving from an area that I knew all the public transportation. So my car needed to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like I really had to think a lot of things through. How would I do this and how can I do that? And what the new circumstances look like. It required planning and I had to leave that less ideal situation. Sometimes you got to move on, but you got to take your time to make sure everything makes sense. If I had a left my DV situation and left that state and just abandoned it, right? I would have had it on my credit. Promise you, I would have had it on my credit. And that would have been a whole backwards dispute to try to get it off. I would have been without a job for abandoning it. So I would have had to start fresh. And then I probably couldn't go back to that company. But luckily I was able to transfer. When it came time to the actual second move into my our own place rather, I had to have my deposit, my security, all that. It takes time to build things up. It takes time for, folks need to be those that need to be aware need to be made aware. Like I had to move on or do things strategically. I even changed departments. I wasn't even happy in the last position they had me in. So I was able to transition to a different department. I was happier. But I had to plot out everything. I couldn't just wipe the slate clean. Mm. Mm, I don't. So let me just go back to working with the person. It's not necessarily about cooperation with them in that y'all gonna be harmonious. No. The cooperation could be the offer. It could be, the payment. It could be the severance. Like when you leave a job and you are laid off, sometimes they offer severance pay for a little while to float you, right? There's some type of agreement that probably needs to be made for the severance to work out. But it's not about necessarily working something out with them. It could, right? It could very well be that. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm feeling like this is more of how do we cooperate for the sake of severance. Okay, so let's take that in your clarifier. All right, hold on. All right, Spirit, give me a message for Monica. I think I'm gonna start coming on a little earlier, y'all. That was kind of cool. Uptick. Ace of Cups, yeah, it does work out better in the end. You just need a cooperation for the severance, the sake of severance. All right, so that when ties are severed, there are no loose ends that you have to deal with later. I think that's why I needed to tell you that story, is that I had cleaned up as I went along, so therefore I didn't have backlash. When I went to clean up my credit for a house, I had to pay something to an old apartment community, because apparently when I left one, even though I went to another one in that same state, I didn't turn in a key, so they were charging me a key fee. Once I paid the key fee, it fell off my credit. I was like, wow, all this time they didn't even. I guess they didn't forward anything to me, because I guess I didn't give them a forward address. But hey, I was in my early 20s. I didn't know what I was doing. So when I left, and I thought I turned in all the keys, but apparently not. And they tried to charge me for that. I had to get that mess off my credit. All right, Spirit, give me a little message, a little bit more from Monica. All right, y'all. Jeez. Relax. He coming. Just wait a minute. He's coming. All right, so we got resolution here. Look at that. And you got a lone wolf. You getting ready to have a resolution. It says, whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. I like this new deck, y'all. I mean, I'm loving this deck. This is it. This is it. That is the message summed up, because it's not about having this peaceable agreement that doesn't coexist right now. It's more of a, like, how do we release this situation? How do we sever it? You know what I mean? Peaceably enough that I don't have to deal with anything after the fact. Oh, and the bottom of the deck. Walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will bear no fruit. It is time to turn your attention on things more aligned in your soul's purpose. What did you just say? Tie up all the loose ends. Leave like I'm not coming back. Intentions align with actions. So you will be walking away, but you're going to have to sever it in a way that there's no loose ends, that it's no repercussions that come back on you. There needs to be an agreement in place. So that's where you work together on the agreement to sever ties. Okay? And even though it may not look the way you want, the resolution may not be peaceful. Okay? But it's going to require effort. It requires effort to get into the situation. It's going to require effort to get out. Oh shoot. And I'm like, what I fail? Hmm. All right, Black Cherry. You done. You just you just need that answer. That conversation, the speak where things are, and then how the sever will be worked on. Just make sure it's in your favor. Don't just agree to something just to get it over with. Make sure it makes sense. Make sure it's in your favor, and you have the power to do that. Mm. Mm. All right, Spirit, give me a message from sorry. Give me a message for Rochelle. What she need to know. Okay. Something about letting something go. All fights ain't your fight. Not your monkey, not your circus. Tell me more. And I don't think it's like it's not about you not putting up a boundary. It's kind of like give it up. I don't know what that is because we're gonna continue to pull. Hold on. Five of Pentacles. You gotta give up something that makes you disappointed, feel hurt, maybe betrayed, maybe impoverished in some way. Come on. Come on. I forgot these cards stick. Deck. So there's some conflict happening. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse. You got the Five of Coins and the current energy. So I don't know if your funds are depleted right now. You know, you low on cash. That happens. There's some family conflict or friend conflict, but there's some conflict associated with you right now. But there's 5 5 here. That's 10. There's a difference. There's a change. 5 and 5 equals a 10. That's a new beginning too. Tell me more. Come on now. Stickies. Yeah, you might be in your feelings about something. Or gaining clarity over something that had you in your feelings. Or somebody was not being honest with you. Something. Tell me more. Oh, crap. Yeah. 8 of Swords. Something got you in your head. I don't know what you're ruminating on. What got you stuck? What is the beef? There's some sort of conflict and beef. And then you got the Star card. So either this is about an Aquarius or it's something like you just hope for the best. You hoping that you could just not have to deal with it anymore. You're hoping for something better than whatever this is, right? But the Seven of Wands, it's got you like, let me just give this up. Maybe it was something some of you were persevering in and you just released it. Like, nah, I'm not. I don't know. It's also like what I'm feeling is that there are unnecessary drama and arguments you don't feel like dealing with. Um, no, you're not gonna deal with, but you just don't feel like it. And that everything is not clear. You might be standing down from something or getting involved in something because you know something is not clear, like it's not being made plain. And it got you maybe ruminating a little bit, or maybe it's just been on your mind. Um, because somebody ain't fully telling the truth. Ah, hey, Michelle. So, hmm, the moon card being here is giving, um, oh man, I just heard a lot. Trauma, childhood trauma. Don't know if this is, I feel like it's family with the 501s, right? Um, I need to clarify this damn star card because that's the only one that's just like, okay, all this stuff going on, you still got some sort of hope. So, what is that about, Spirit? 6 of Cups. This definitely, this is definitely, yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Um, I had to delete a message. Sorry, y'all. So this was childhood. This is something from child. So this is definitely a family situation. There's a lot of lies being told right now. People trying to get each other caught up in their head. They might be trying to catch you up, but you may not be involved. Is what I'm really getting. Is like I don't see you in the middle of it, but I feel like there may be people trying to tell you stuff to draw you in the middle of it. Because I did hear not my monkey, not my circus. Like whatever it is, it's not something you want to deal with. So or that you even have to deal with. It just could be somebody telling you stuff that has nothing to do with you, but to draw you in. Yeah. It's and then maybe this is somebody that you looked up to in the past with the star card. Could be a parent or auntie, an elder to you. Somebody that you probably held in high regard, and they just messy. I'm just getting messy. Ain't nobody telling the truth, and they in constant cycles and circles about it. Here with the Eight of Swords, is that energy of somebody that's like in constant confusion, playing games. You get what I'm saying? So, right. Stuff you can't do nothing about. What is that? Oh, what you got? What is that? Stop, little boy. Oh, I know what you got now. So, yeah, I just don't even feel like this is your energy, to be honest with you. I just feel like this is blood related. It's people you know, people that were older than you, just stuff. And I do find that elders, because it's giving me headache vibes. Like, okay, what am I gonna do with that information? Like, how does that matter to me? How's that gonna feed my kids and pay my rent or pay my mortgage? Like, whatever. It's kind of like something you're uninterested in dealing with. Um, and it's just for what? That's what I'm getting. It's like for what does that, especially with this Eight of Swords and this the way this deck is, it's kind of like, what do you want me to do with that? What am I supposed to do? And how would that impact me? It's almost like um she telling you about somebody's love life, which ain't gonna ever have anything to do with you. This is your cousins and this one, he dating so and so now, but he been bringing so and so to the family function because he ain't with that girl no more. Like none of that make no sense. Ain't got shit to do with you. So why is she whoever sharing all of these people's business, bringing it to you? And I feel like at some point in time you looked up to this person, but every time you turn around they talking about somebody. And now it's like you kind of see their character a little different because now you're an adult and they telling you about the grown folks' business. It don't sound, you know what I'm saying? Your conversation with them is very different. Your outlook on who they are is very different. And then also those that bring a bone take a bone too. So as they share with you what's going on, they looking to see what they could take back to go give somebody else. That's why you gotta be careful because even if somebody knew your business and you feel like, well, they can't do me none and knowing my business ain't gonna give them anything. I get it. But do you really want people talking about stuff they don't even know what they talking about? No. So you gotta keep it to a minimum with this person. To the point where even if you listen to them, keep that to a minimum. Like sometimes you can't indulge people because of them making things up. A lot of times we got liars in the family, and that's what the download I was getting before the first live started is that we got liars in our family or people that are very close to us. And the question is back to why would we believe them? But yet there are people in the family, maybe not black sheep, those that have come into understanding about who they are and the role that they have. but those others believe it. And it comes a time, regardless of who believes what, that you stand on 10 and you could care less if you are the villain in somebody's story, especially a made up one, where no one ever talked to you, whenever nobody knows anything, or none of that is none of their business. Who you dating, who you not dating, if you date. You know what I'm saying? Um, where you work at, especially if they can't go there and get a service or whatever. That none of that's their business. But you got somebody in your energy that will give a bone and take a bone, and you gotta be careful with that. Entertaining them. And here's my caveat. I do this, but this happens to me in real life, so I don't really have to try too hard to do this with people. But sometimes you gotta be like, what? Oh, wow. Hold on. You know what? I gotta go. I'll call you back. And don't re-engage. Don't call them back. Don't get involved. If for any reason it does not impact your inheritance, your current money, or whatever, if it's not going to affect you and yours, you will have to back off from that situation. It's the best advice I can give, is to distract them from telling you and get out of that conversation. Because this is the type of person that make you want to comfort them when you hear the lies that they telling other people about you. Whether it's lies or not, you don't want to hear your name come out their mouth. And sometimes when we're of a certain age, we kind of we still react emotionally to situations that if we just took a pause and step back and then say nothing, it'll play out anyway and people will see what it is. But a lot of times when we frustrated with people playing with us, we want to go say something. And sometimes they deserve to be told off. I ain't gonna lie. But then there's times when you gotta fall back, and finding that is not, that balance, that when, how to do it, what point to do it, is a challenge. It really is. It's a balancing act of, do I cuss you out, or do I just leave you the hell alone? Do I just, block you, or do I give you a piece of my mind? It's a balancing act. Some people need it more than they realize. They need somebody to tell them the hell. Look at your girl, and I don't like to get political, but the debate, the memes and the voiceovers and the different things that happened since the debate were interesting. And it was the one part I heard Wanda Sykes talk about Kamala Harris calling Trump a motherfucker without saying motherfucker. And if you listen to her, it's like she was like, I'm finding it. Like she had to pull it back and then stay poised as she could with him. You you get what I'm saying? And some people are going to make you have to pull it back so that you're not drawn into their chaos and their conflict. And sometimes people do that for attention too. So it's like, do you give them the attention that they seeking? And sometimes they don't want what they think they want. Or do you just, completely step the hell out of it? So it's a balancing act. You know the players. You gotta take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, I get it. But um just be careful with somebody trying to pull you into an unnecessary circus, or even say, because the reason why spirit is telling me to tell you, nip it in the bud, even with listening, because a lot of times people, when their backs get against the wall because somebody finally accuses them of doing exactly what they're doing, they will say, well, so and so said this too, or they agreed with me, just because you listen. Or you said, mm-hmm. That's enough for them. That's compliance with whatever their nonsense is. So then that pulls you into the circus that you didn't even know you were a part of. All you were was a bystander. So don't go. Don't go to that circus. This is your first time coming to the channel. Please subscribe. If it's not your first time, thank you and welcome back. Appreciate you. Either way, glad to have you here. Tell me more. Open up. What's this? You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust what they want is best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. This might have been where you were in the past energy. You may be open. I feel like Spirit is telling you to close them doors that you opened up in the past. Maybe this person feels like they were close to you so that they can come and tell you stuff, but they will use your name, is what I'm hearing. They will, this somebody you honored, you know what I'm saying? You had trust in, you had respect in, you were open to them, but I feel like this person, it kind of needs to you need to kind of shut them down and treat them as the person that they are, not who you remember them or want them to be, please. And thank you, Spirit. Expand. What is that? You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. So, expansion is talking about, for me, soul tribe energy. Maybe your current tribe is conflictual, draining, like I said, issues with them. Spirit saying, open up your horizons. You have other sisters, you have other brothers, you have other um, key people in your life besides the same, family bloodline that gets recycled to you, um that'll keep you trapped in your head because they trapped in their head. I tell y'all about this every now and then about people. One of the red flags is talking to somebody who you keep having the same experience with, or the same conversation, like it don't really change. Maybe slight circumstances change, but the overall conversation does not change. They're still doing the same thing. They just did it in a different location. They still messing with the same person. They just acting like they on a different level with that person, or they not really down with that person, but they still associate with them. There's something about this person that's not growing, not changing, and they are ruminating in people's mess. And you need not entertain that. All right. So that's the reading for you. I hope that resonated in a good way. I hope that you can take the advice and it supports whatever decision that you make. But again, take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. It is what it is. I think I want to say that's the last. Oh no, Michelle. Hey Michelle. Let's see here. Do you have a question specifically? Why is it not scrolling? Okay. Got it. All right. I got you, Michelle. I got you. It's been calling me all night. Let me pull this little deck out, y'all. You're welcome. All right, Spirit, give me a message. Oops. Give me a message from Michelle. I forgot how slippery this deck is. Excuse me. What does she need to know? Hierophant. You're holding on or hanging on to something that's from your past. Maybe a relationship. You hanging on to something. Spirit said, too many cards, one at a time, please. I heard something about coming clean. You might need to have a discussion with somebody. Come on. Yeah. Somebody's going through an ego death in your life. It could be you, but somebody being stripped of that pride and that ego, or being exposed. And Queen of Cups, that's you. I feel like there's a challenge with you remaining in your caring Queen of Cups energy. I don't think that you shouldn't be caring, right? But if you're in the Nine of Swords energy, you kind of like probably been too nice and too long and too nurturing and too something longer than you needed to be. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tell me more. Oops. Magician, yeah. This is about here is about focusing on self. It's about manifesting your dreams and your desires. Spirit said, be open to love, be open, nurturing, be intuitive, be all those good things, but don't be too much, meaning too giving, too nurturing to others, not enough for yourself. Like, don't deplete your cup. And I feel like there's a challenge with you depleting your cup. Again, there's a pride and ego issue with the six of wands in reverse. Somebody is kind of disgraced or just not as respected as they want to be. That you've been down this road with somebody for a long time. Queen of wands in reverse. This person, you might be dealing with somebody who has another person that's of the Jezebel type spirit, or very clingy, out, the complete opposite of the Queen of Wands. So somebody who's codependent, not independent, somebody who lacks creativity, somebody who's latching on to somebody you may care about. But Spirit said it's kind of like you given to a situation for a long time, and it's time to stop that. Okay, it's time to focus your energy back on yourself, Queen of Cups. It's time to manifest your dreams, your goals, desire. It's time to focus on you. That the magician holds all the aces, the wands, the cups, the sword, and the coins, right? So you have all the tools you need to be successful in the way you need to be successful. However, you're gonna have to drop the nurturing too much act, is what I'm hearing. And it's not an act, it's just you gotta stop. Okay, if you there, somebody could be giving you vicarious trauma with this Nine of Wands, or you just feel like you've poured a lot of energy into something that's not fruiting for you, but you're still trying to endure, you're still trying to persevere. Spirit said you got to redirect your focus on you. You got to you have to redirect. I can't even say why I can't talk right now, but you got to redirect your focus on you. It's time. This I know. I'm gonna let you out in a minute. Okay? Just wait a minute. You gotta give you a chance. Okay? Alright, so let's get the Akashic records for you. You gotta set stronger boundaries, and you gotta say no. Alright, say your person. This is a person situation, right? Say your person, when you call them, they're not necessarily listening to help you or hear from you or support you in any way, but they always expect you to do it because you do it. And let's just say there's some sort of break when you enact your boundaries. They need to make an appointment to contact you or to get something out of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of you freely giving, or sometimes people will insinuate what they want but won't ask for it. So, I've been going through this and going through that, but I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm gonna do this now, and I'm gonna do better now. And that somehow in there you can fit in that equation to support them, and then you start offering guidance and support. They don't. They just want to see if they can pull your energy. That's what I'm hearing Spirit said. They just want to see if you'll still focus on them when you really should be focused on yourself. And therefore, they will not give you what you deserve. This person comes talking to you about whatever that has been pulling on your energy all this time. Tell them, make an appointment. Tell them how busy you are. In a sense, you know what? You come see me, or you could come talk to me on Tuesday, 3 o'clock. I'm gonna put that on my calendar. Well, why so formal? Because I'm focused on what I gotta do. Honestly, you're gonna have to be laser focused to not be in this sad energy. in this stressed out energy. This person gives their focus and attention to a Queen of Wands. So there's somebody else that they are that's needy and they're giving their focus to. But you're not needy because you're the Queen of Cups in the upright. So this person feels like they don't really need to pour into you. So okay, then you pour into you. Tell me more. If they don't want to pour into you, you pour into you, which means you're going to have to cut off that tap to them. They should not be able to call you with all their problems. This is going back to that energetic vampire. Some people just want to call you and just trauma dump, or they want to, what they call verbal diarrhea, tell you everything. But they don't really listen when you talk. They don't really offer solutions for you because they feel like you don't need them. But they will go and pour that same energy that they took from you in this Queen of Wands, who is extremely needy. Ah, man. Tell me more. Yeah, dependence. It says there's something or someone you are clinging to and is keeping you from stepping into your life. I had never read this card. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. What's the bottom of the deck? Authenticity. Wasn't this the word of the day the other night, y'all? Authenticity. Now what does it say? Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. Listen, it's time to focus on you and be authentically yourself. It's time to stop being the vessel that everybody can drink from and focus on you. You gotta have to put brakes on. I feel like I mentioned it with Black Cherry. So, like I said, sometimes, hear me out, when somebody calls you with their state of emergencies, you have to remind yourself that their emergency is not your emergency. And a lot of times, if you unpack what even part of what they're saying, not even listening, this not an emergency. They just need you to trauma dump. And we all are guilty of it. There's somebody in our life, maybe a good best friend. Girl, I can't wait to tell you. Blah, 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 blah. That's where you keep it with. Okay. But there's other people that don't reciprocate with you and will trauma dump with you and expect you to hold all of that, not be able to, or give them advice, or they might take it and then not do anything with it. And y'all back at ground zero every time you reconnect with this person, or every time they call you. It's the same. Their MO don't change. Nothing is different. It's the same. And this person will deplete you with their vampire ways, with their spirit says soul sucking. Yeah, they suck the soul out of you, drain you completely dry. If you ever seen Harry Potter, there's these things called Dementors. And Dementors soul literally suck your soul out. Take a little bit, but they do it on the spot. And when you start identifying who these succubus energy vampires are, you got to cut them loose. You're going to have to cut them loose. And the way you do it, you can do it subtly. You just back off. Nothing them. Put them in Nothingville. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you have no energy. You don't pick up the phone and start checking on them. They don't check on you. Or when they call you about them. So you separate. You don't have to make no public service announcement. Again, like I told you when I did my public service announcements, to let folks know that's coming to this channel, that's really not about the blessings or the benefit of the advice that they receive. They want to come and they want to complain. They want to say, well, I'm leaving. Well, guess what? We're not at an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. You don't need to do that with people. Just pull your energy back. Suck it dry from those that been sucking from you. I'm tired. I gotta call you another time. But wait. No. I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a call when I'm ready to call you. And it don't have to be that overt. It's just, let me call you back and get off the phone. I don't even, and then you know what? Some people, you might have to just keep them in a text thread and respond to them when you respond to them. Like, if they're not a priority, they ain't your child, then, or you don't need them for something, meaning like life, they're not part of your village that you require, then you're going to have to slowly pull back from that energy, because people will suck you dry if you let them. And the job and the goal in this lifetime is for us to learn our boundaries so that we're not as depleted. We already depleted with life. I mean, what else you need? You know what I'm saying? We already got life sucking us dry. We don't need help. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get it from your saucer. Yeah. Yeah. That person, their feelings could be hurt, because now you're gonna be introducing them to a new you. And that's okay. They don't have to like it. When you as you age though, because I know you're younger than me, I don't know how old, but elders used to tell me this, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I've reached that certain age. When you get to a certain age, you don't care anymore about being the villain in somebody's story because they couldn't get something from you that they wanted to get. You don't worry about that no more, because then you start to realize, oh, okay, all you ever wanted was something from me. You weren't going to give me, reciprocate anything. So, you know, when you get to the conclusion and the understanding that you're a good person, that you deserve more, and that the only person that's going to give you more, magician, is you. You save yourself from the stress of these others. You save yourself. You save yourself. And then you open yourself up to the possibilities of the things that you deserve. Y'all, my baby, I don't know why she having a fit right now, because my door's shut. I need to attend to her, or she's not going to be quiet. So I am going to bid y'all adieu, because I don't think I have, unless you stop me. Yeah, I don't see any more cash apps. So that means that live donations have pretty much ended for tonight. But I want to thank you for allowing me to read your energy and coming on to the live, and um hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all, visiting me in my spiritual lounge, hanging with the crew, the family. You are my Clarityempress star seeds, and I appreciate y'all. I will be back on. The goal is to be back on tomorrow night. I'm trying to give y'all more time as I can with collectives. They will still be live. We're gonna stick with the lives. Again, I explained that might protect the channel for a while until AI come up with something else, and we just want to grow here. While we here, let's just keep it growing. So if it's your first time, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you notify every time I come on. Because again, I will be doing lives. Okay, so you can get that energy nice and fresh. We do live donation readings on Thursdays, 9:30, and Sundays. But what I think is we might start coming on a little earlier. We're gonna test it. We're gonna see. All right. Appreciate y'all. In the meantime, oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Have a good night. Have a great evening. Oh my God, they're being chaotic, y'all. Love y'all.